Welcome to the manufacturing facility of Triad American Machine Company here in Alden, Nebraska. Today we'd like to demonstrate and show you the XY machining we have here, as well as the entire steel door line operation. First thing we're going to do is we're going to show you the 2002 door loader, which we have on the opposite end. Come on in, Fletch, let's go ahead and start running this. 2002 door loader is the same machine. We go ahead and just start cycling and run through. Yes. 2002 door loader is the same machine we've been running for several years. We've improved this model. It's got a Allen Bradley processor on board, as well as cams and switches for monitoring where we're going. The current machine you see right now is the XY door light cutter. It's operating a cycle. It has 5 predetermined stops on the turret gatlings that we have. The turret gatlings are located at the top of the machine and also on the far left-hand side of the machine. You have 25 predetermined stops that are available to use at any one time. We can predetermine those stops at installation or here at the factory for you prior to installation. Currently, right now, our operator, Fletcher, is going through, routing out a standard rectangular opening. This opening will be cut. We have an oscillating head going up and down to an increased bit light. It automatically makes the turn through the series of stops. When Fletch gets done here, we'll drop the door down. We'll go through a few features of this particular machine, shoot the door out, and continue on down with the rest of the line. This machine is equipped with a vacuum system, so we're picking up the particles on the top of the door. Other portion of the door is actually falling through the bed. Also, what we have on the outfeed end of the machine is a blow nozzle to blow off all the debris. The debris will help push off the smaller shavings and particles of either wood or foam from inside the door and shove them into a tray that we have for clean out. The next operation you'll see here, we have a side shift mechanism. At no time do we have to move the door in any one position. The door is secured all the time, and we're actually moving it. We're going back right now. We're going to operate and do the strike drill. We're going to do the lock bore and the mortise for the faceplate. Now, the strike drill and the mortise for the faceplate is an automatic operation. It cycles and shifts all by itself. Once that operation is completed, Fletcher, our operator, will go through and get ready to do the lock bore opening. The lock bore opening is the same template we use on the 9700 series machinery. We'll get into position. The armature that Fletch has in his hands right now is adjustable. Depending on the operator, you can take it in or out. Push it right around, cut out your lock bore opening. Okay, good job, Fletch. Once he's completed his operation, the latch and lock bore assembly shifts back to its original start position, ready for the next door. Some of the nice features we have on the XY machine: we have a template that can fit on top of the door, where doors actually flow through and underneath the template. We're just following that around at any one given time, so you can run a series of similar doors all the way through without having to remove the template or worrying about scratching it as well. The actual light insertion that we still have, the strap that's inside the door light will be rolled off into the next station. It will remain inside the door until we get to the opening that you see on the next machine, which is the 9610. We're shifting the door once again back to the original position to keep it lined up with the fixed fence line that we have for the entire line. At this time, Fletch is activating the 2002 door loader to initiate the next door. As soon as the operator is ready for the next door to happen, he just has to go through, go to the next 2002 door loader and initiate the start button. You see the light insertion, or the light piece, or our drop-off, fell off in a container that we have here. This container is on wheels, so we can take it to you can take it and dump it quickly, and also the sides are removed for a quick trash dispersal. This model is called a 9610. It's a light disposal table. This is our light insertion table as well as our flip table. There's a pegboard underneath the door itself. Mr. Ron McKay here is the operator. There's a series of foot pedals on the floor. The foot pedals on the floor are utilized to lift the light through the opening we've just cut out on the XY. Ron's in the process now of putting the trim work on for the light assembly itself. When you're orienting the door for the rest of the line, you can actually flip this door upside down. It returns back to the same original start position in line with the rest of the machines, and we proceed on down through the series. Doing good, Ron. This flip table is called a 9620. The model is a 9620. You got her, sir. Ron just initiated a foot pedal on the bottom, which dropped down the pegboard top that we had, which helped push the light assembly up into the door. Ron's now going to our next station. This is the hinge installation table. The hinge installation table is a 9623 is the model number. This table accommodates different jam thicknesses, widths, excuse me. And we also have some jam clamp pads. Go right ahead, Tony, keep going. Jam clamp pads that hold the jam in place regardless of the width or the length of the jam. He's going to go ahead and get his hinge butts in place. In order to accommodate different thicknesses of jams, we have a lever on the far opposite side which can be lowered and raised to accommodate if your jam is thicker in this direction. Go ahead and get her going there, Tony. Everything's on rollers here, all the machinery. We have half-inch wide rollers. We're trying to roll past all your window openings. We also have 4 cylinders, 1 in each corner. Each corner has a rubber pad on top of those cylinders. So when it comes time to remove this door, we'll pop up the cylinders, and so the door is actually resting on the rubber pads, and then we'll take the hinge jam, flip it up, and roll it to the next station once we've lowered the cylinders back down. The cylinders used just to pop it up and get it out of the jig. Overhead also coming with the machine is an air screw drill. We have it set up with a coil hose and a return, wire return. Helps assist the operator in having your tools, equipment handy, close by. Good job, Tony. Now, right now, Tony's popping up. We have a foot pedal system. He just popped up all the rollers, or all the cylinders, so he can lift up his jam. Then he's going to pop the cylinders back down so the table will be resting on the bed of rollers that we have for it, so we can push it into the next station. The next station we have for you is the T4 machine. The T4 has been modified a little bit to go ahead and accommodate doors. The T4 was actually invented by Jim Merrick back in the early 60s. The T4, the main heart of the T4 is the Bendix Westinghouse rotor chamber heads and the T4 casting heads that were developed. We're actually pushing 3 staples. We're pushing them in instead of driving them like a pneumatic nail gun. All this is happening simultaneously. We'll fire one side first, then we'll fire the opposite side for the head and the sill. Tom's going to go ahead and get it into place, make sure all the corners are tight. Then we're going to go ahead and clamp the door. Then he'll initiate the staple button. We'll fire all simultaneously at the same time, unclamp, index the rollers up, and push it onto our next station. Looks good, Tom. He's going to lift up the rollers, take it on, roll it to the next station. The next station we have for you, if you're not putting on a sill, if the door you're doing doesn't require a sill, you can go right to the next T4. This T4 is modified so does not require. Good job, Tom. The sill operation. Go ahead, Rick. Richard Smith and Don here will be putting the brick molding on for us. Go ahead, gentlemen. This is what we call our tilt table, guys. What they're doing at this operation, in each corner there's 4 cylinders, once again with rubber pads. And in this case, we're actually lifting the door up on the rubber pads so it won't move around while we're trying to nail and staple to it as they're applying the brick mold. Once this operation has been completed, they'll go ahead and cycle it back down. The 4 cylinders will come down. Then they'll hit a different foot pedal and we'll tilt the door up so the operator can ease it onto one of our material carts. Okay, good job, guys. Excellent. Pop her down and away we go. Now we've just popped the entire door assembly down and we're going to be in the process now of lifting the entire door up. No need for back strain for the operators to try and drag it off a working table. The door automatically comes up. It's predetermined for our triad carts for the exact height. Load it right on the cart and away you go. Now come back, initiate the foot pedal in the downward position, and the table is reset for the next operation. Up the operation right now we're going to show you a right-hand series door. We're going to start right from the beginning to show you the loader actually do its sequence of operation. Pick up a door, put it on the table, inject it into the 9600 series XY door light cutter, and then proceed on. First thing we're doing is we come down. You'll see that the carriage has actually picked up a door. We proceed forward with the gantry. Gantry sets it on the working table, unclamps. The gantry itself will go back to its home position and the carriage will remain up in the air waiting for the next cycle once it's initiated by the operator after he presses the button. Next we have an arm that actually loads it into the 9600 series. The operator positions it exactly where he would like it. At that time we have 2 fixed stops in the back and 1 on the left hand side. So he has 3 positions of where to square and position his door. You notice we just clamped the door in the 9600 series while the loader is still doing its operation. Looking good, Fletch. Right now we're doing a right-hand door for everybody. The XY machine, as you noticed, all Fletch did was initiate the buttons because we've already predetermined the stops that we have available for you. He switched to the next style stop, which is the longer window, which is the next series in our job lot. Once we hit the next series stop, the machine will automatically shift, change direction, and proceed on to the next series of stops and also change direction once again. This is a good opportunity for you gentlemen to go ahead and use your stopwatch on this operation. You get a chance to see, doing this particular light cutout, we're almost doing a full light. In this operation, it's a half side light as I would call it. And it'll give you a good indication of just how fast the XY does operate. Once again, you will notice the operator, being Fletch, is standing around waiting for something to do. Right now is a good time to utilize his manpower somewhere else in the shop. He can be at the next station or the station down trying to assist. All that will depend greatly on how big a lights that you're required to cut out. Okay, we're now shifting the door over to do the edge prep operation, the lock board, the strike drill, the faceplate. Right now, Fletcher's going through. He's changing our series of stops. We call those Gatlings. The Gatlings are all numbered. Each Gatling shaft has a specific number on it, which coincides with the Gatling shaft in the opposite end of the machine. All the operator has to do is identify which number is chosen at that particular time. So Fletcher's actually set the Gatlings up for the next door that we're going to run through this machine. Right now he's doing his edge prep operation and preparing to do his lock bore assembly. Okay. We're doing good. Okay, Fletch, you ready to go? Once again, we initiate the 2002 door loader. The operator, the XY, is ready to go. The door is automatically pushed into position. You notice Ron, who is our operator next, comes through. Light assembly falls out into the tray that we discussed earlier, ready to be hauled off. You're going to go through and flip this one, right, Ron? Great. There we go, a little persistence here. Grabs the next light assembly. Go ahead and get it installed. In this operation, we're actually going to show you, we'll actually flip the door for you so you can see the actual operation of this machine. Once again, the door will actually be flipped and coincide with the string line that we have for the entire machine throughout the length of the equipment. Got it all set. He just disengaged the pegboard that we had on the bottom, which helped insert the light in. You ready for the next operation of the sequence here? He lifts up the two mechanical arms, gets it into position. We've got a series of rollers on each side, black wheels. Ron's going to slide it all the way across into the next side of the arms. It's tilted down slightly so the door always returns against the two fixed stops that we have over there. Next, he initiates the foot pedal on the far right-hand side on the floor. The two arms come up, meet each other. The doors automatically fall back towards the operator in the reverse direction. We're ready to go. Now he initiates the foot pedal once again to disengage the arms. There we go. Rolls it off to the next station where we're going to go ahead and apply our jams. Once again, Tony will demonstrate everything we're going to have to do here for the hinge jam. You've got a series of clips. Doing pretty good, huh, Tony? Yep. Got it rolling. Tony's utilizing the jam clamps once again that I talked about earlier. Looking good. Hey, Tony, just keep right on a rolling. Move.
Yeah.
Okay, he hits the foot pedal, pops up the cylinders to pull the jam out of the stops that we have, lifts his jam up, ready to go for the next station, depresses the foot pedal, cylinders drop the door down on the rollers, and we go to the next station, which is once again our T4 machine. Okay. Tom's going to lay in our sills, put in our header, and our jam once again for this series door we just flipped. Please clamp the jam assembly, making sure it's tight in all four corners. Go ahead and fire them off, as he did. Lifts up the assembly, we're ready to go to the next station. Hey Tom, we were just testing him to make sure he knew. Okay, sir, we'll need you to pop up the other series of skate wheel rollers we have here so we can roll it off to our next station, which is our big tilt table. I'll give you a hand here, Tom. Go ahead and get on the end there. This particular table is our combo tilt table, and for instance, if you're doing two doors side by side with a series of light openings, the table's expandable. There you go, Tom. You can adjust it in and out for whatever's necessary. Do two doors side by side. Go ahead and leave it there, Tom. This table also tilts up and is also the exact height of our material carts, so two gentlemen can get on either side, go ahead and maneuver it onto a cart, and away we go. Tom, you want to go ahead and initiate the foot pedal? Let's go ahead and raise this up, sir. Okay, take a look at it here. The operator can grab the door. Take you to the next station. From that point, you're pretty much done. Then you can go ahead and close the machine up. Initially, you're going to go ahead and preset this in advance prior to having a little bit of weight on it. And away we go. Works out real slick. Okay, thank you, Tom. Once again, I'd like to thank you for taking the time today to view this video of our XY and our steel door line.